Brennan Ames. It's August 15th here in Humphrey with Scott Moore. Scott, how are you?
Howdy, I'm doing well.
So first I'd like to talk to you about when you met Emerson, Lake and Palmer in '93 in Omaha. Can you tell me about that?
It was at the music hall. I went there with my girlfriend and my sister and her husband, and went and saw the show. First time I heard them play Creole dance, and I really enjoyed that. And then I pimped my girlfriend over to say, go over to that guy and see if you can get backstage passes, because you can pick him out.
Yeah.
You know who the guys are.
Yeah.
And I knew who the guys were, so I stood over there and showed him a little leg, and my sister did it, my girlfriend did it. Got 4 backstage passes for us to get backstage, so we got backstage, and that's when I got a chance to meet Keith, and then Greg, and then Carl.
What was it like meeting all of them?
Keith, he was flanked by, he had his people around him. He was good enough to shake my hand. We have similar hands. He's got a little bit longer index finger, but everything else was the same, which I thought was friggin' amazing. Because Emerson, you think he's got hands like this. He don't. He was cordial, but I think he had other things to do, and he didn't want to hear some guy gushing, oh my God, you did this. He didn't want to hear that. He got the hell away from me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Greg came over, and Greg was trolling for women. I can tell you, you were. He was looking around to see if he was going to find somebody friendly that night, and there was nobody at the table friendly because obviously the girls were with somebody else, so he just went on to the next table. And I didn't get much time to talk with Greg. But Carl just came on over and sat down, and we chatted about Asia. We chatted about this. He was just very down to earth and didn't, took the time to talk and didn't feel like, well, it's time to go. I got to go talk to somebody else. It wasn't like that at all. He was very, very down to earth guy.
You should say Greg Lake hit on your sister.
Yes,
Is that true?
Greg Lake hit on my sister and on my woman, and struck out on both occasions.
Yeah.
But what the hell? I mean, what am I going to do? Stand up and square on him? Come on.
Yeah.
It was Greg Lake, and you know what he's doing. He went over to that table, then he went over to that table, and then he disappeared somewhere. So, okay. I'm sure we all got happy that night.
And now tell me, how long ago did you form Pet Rock?
I didn't form Pet Rock. The drummer up there that's playing tonight and the bass player are the two who are, I think, original members of, well, there's 4 of us left there original. They started in '95, and they kept auditioning people. The last 2 people was the lead guitar player and keyboards. We both joined in January of 2016. And that's when it became a band, and I think we rehearsed for something like 10 months or 9 months before we gigged from that point, and it took off from there. I didn't think it would. I was just doing it so I could get into this other band that I thought was going to take off and do well.
Yeah.
I thought this was just a lark, and boy, I was wrong about that too.
So when all the people were brought together, was it formulated that you were gonna do the soft rock '70s stuff to start?
That was the concept of it, but I didn't want to jump in all the way, and neither did the guitar player that they had to pull in, the last 2 members. He was more of an 80s metal guy, so we had to put our toe into a little 80s metal, and I'm a prog guy, so you better put your toe into some prog or I'm not going to stick around.
Yeah.
So that's how that came about. So there was a lot of the smooth stuff, but there was a little bit of metal and a little bit of prog, and that seemed to be what they still stick with.
Are you surprised at how big a crowd you guys always bring?
I was at first.
Yeah.
The harmonies bring them in, and if the girls show up, the guys are going to show, and the girls have been showing up since gig 1. So it is a bit surprising, but we do a really good job. I mean, everybody in there is a professional, and nobody's half-assing it. Anybody can call anybody on anything. Just because my name's Maestro don't mean people don't call me up. When JJ first got in the band, the singer, he had a list of stuff. You're not doing this right, and you're not doing this right. And I took, what the hell are you talking about? He's right. I'm not doing it right. So anybody can bring anything, and we often do. I'll get in somebody else's face if I don't think they're playing right. And that's kind of the thing. There's none of this if it comes down to the music. There's none of that. The music is first.
Well, Scott, thank you. Have a great show tonight.
Good to talk to you.
Too.